Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, fellow cisgender heterosexuals, and of course, normal people. Happy New Year, the 5th year of the global pandemic, and we are still here somehow. Let me move into some better lighting. To those of you who might not know me, unfortunate enough to not know me, I am the skinniest drag queen in Scotland, the surrealist, socialist, socialite, the high priestess of Edinburgh drag, Mystica Glamour. And I want to wish you a very, very, very merry New Year. And I hope you had a happy Christmas while you're at it. I hope you're all staying as safe as you can, that you've got your booster shot and you're staying indoors as much as possible, while also, of course, going to Cafe Queer for breakfast every day, followed by a nice seated evening at the street nightclub for a cocktail or 10. I know 2021 has been a difficult year for most of, well, you. But it's been a perfectly wonderful year for myself, frankly. I'm in the best shape of my life. I've never been richer. I've rebranded my cafe into something more publicly and visibly queer. I returned to live performance. I'm just really thriving and just doing the best I ever have in my whole entire life. So thoughts and prayers to you if it's tough right now. Nightclubs and drag shows are sort of shut right now, but the safer we can stay, the sooner we will be back, my darlings. We have poetry, we have live music, we have burlesque, we have drag kings, things, and even queens. It's so important that we give drag queens a moment in the spotlight. They deserve it. If you want to support any of the artists, a tiny small donation of even just £2 each to my PayPal will all go between all the artists featured this evening. It will really help them as we navigate these tough times, essentially. A small amount from every viewer will really add up. You don't need to be donating £10, you don't need to be donating £5, unless you can afford that, £20 or £50, sure, go ahead. But even just £2 from each of you would really add up. I do have a lot of people that I want to thank as well as we come to the end of this cycle of projects. First of all, of course, a huge shout out to Creative Scotland for accepting my funding application, for helping me support local queer artists, and really just making space for drag and queer art. It really means the world to me, so shout out to the big guys on top. Another special shout out to Liam Baker, who helped me film all these shows. He's an incredible photographer as well, so drag artist, if you need a portrait, hit him up. You'll find his Instagram here. Huge shout out, of course, to the Street Nightclub for always believing me and giving me a space to act the fool and just to fill up their space. I had so many exciting projects planned for 2022. I really can't wait to see them all crumble before me while another pandemic hits the world, It's really exciting times. And now, my darlings, without further ado, I give you Glamour!
Good evening, fellow cisgender heterosexuals! And of course, normal people. Let's get one cheer for the end of the neo-fascist nightmare we live in today. One cheer for the abandonment of all logical sense. And one cheer for your hostess with the mostess, the skinniest drag queen in Scotland, Mystica Glamour! Oh yes, here we are. My darlings, it was Halloween week. Take you back. So long ago. 3 weeks ago, whatever it was. Yes, exactly. Halloween week, I was at my 3rd Rocky Horror Picture Show gig. Because queer people are so original. Like, what if I wore fishnets and yelled slurs? I'm like, welcome to my job, bitch. Welcome to my whole career. But this next entertainer won the costume competition. Oh yes, hi gay. No oat lattes for you, no. Good evening. This next individual won the costume competition and then came and performed at Cafe Queer, my very own little queer cafe. I love running a queer cafe called Cafe Queer, because then if people don't know, I have to explain it. It's like, what's it called? Oh, what do you do? I run a queer cafe. What's it called? Cafe Queer. Oh, let me look that up. C-A... No. K-A-F-E. I'm such an original. Oh. But this next entertainer sang some songs at our little cabaret that we have there as well. Oh! And I think they truly are a star on the rise. So, ladies and gentle femmes, please put your gay little hands together for Hannah McGuinness!
Hello! Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm gonna be playing some songs for you if I can get my guitar plugged in. You think I can play guitar well enough for that? Like, can we hear that? Yes. Okay. So this song, basically, I have two main philosophies about lyricism and songwriting, and the first is that lyrics don't have to mean anything. They should just be whatever you want to go together. And the second part is that songs should be about just whatever you want them to be about. So, have any of you read Marx's 1848 Philosophic and Economic Manuscript? This is a song based off his theory of alienation that he it's called Alienated Baby, spelt with an little E because I'm Gen Z, unfortunately. So yeah, let's go. Baby, from the products of my life, my entire world was a uni room, and that's no way to live a life. I'm alienated, darling, from the people around me. I'm gonna fly away someday and move beyond what you can see. I'm a space invader, I'm a tax evader, I'm the enemy that's near. A commie and a feminist, a Republican's worst fear. I'm a gender bender, not a sex offender, and I'm one hell of a queer. An electric rocket, I'm a pocket rocket. I'll fuck you up, my dear. I'm alienated, darling, from the people around me. I spend so much damn time alone, and my isolation is plain to see. I'm alienated, sweetheart, from the act of creating. Can't wait till I escape this shit. I'll take my human nature for a spin. I'm a space invader, I'm a tax evader, I'm the enemy that's near. A commie and a feminist, a Republican's worst fear. I'm a gender bender, not a sex offender, and I'm one hell of a queer. An electric socket, I'm a pocket rocket. I'll fuck you up, my dear. I'm a space invader, I'm a tax evader, I'm the enemy that's near. A commie and a feminist, a Republican's worst fear. I'm a gender bender, not a sex offender, and I'm one hell of a queer. An electric socket, I'm a pocket rocket. I'll fuck you up, my dear. Some explanation. So when I was about 17, I had a girlfriend called Indiana Jade, who was named after Indiana Jones, and she got off very, very lightly. Her older sisters are called Susanna Storm and Jennifer Jade. So she's got it went quite well for her. But yeah, I wrote this song about her. And when she broke up with me, the first message I sent her was, "Can I still use the song, please?" Because it's kind of a bop. So yeah, this song's called Indiana Jade and the Last Crusade. Cool. You wanna go hang in Constantinople? I'm gonna make this religion global, and I'm pretty sure it's all to do with you. The Pope says we gotta fight a holy grail, but I know FA about it and it's bound to fail. Sweetheart, we're gonna lead the last crusade. Indiana Jade, you've actually made me go insane. Indiana babe, I'm gonna go on adventures with you, babe. I wanna help you find crystal skulls and take your trousers off. I promise it won't be How do I put this? I wanna raise your lost art real soon. I'm gonna find my way into the temple room. So let's find a quiet abandoned room. I wanna have sex with you. Indiana Jade, you've actually made me go insane. Indiana, hey, I wanna go on adventures with you, babe. So she left me for this guy who was a flatmate, and he's called Harry Harrison. Right? Indiana Jade, you've actually made me go insane. Indiana Jade, I wanna go on adventures with you. A certain kind of adventure with you, a very specific kind of adventure with you. Okay. Thank you very much.
As they say in the Bible, yes, God, hunty. Boots the house down. Give it up for Hannah McGinnis, everybody! Oh, wasn't that fabulous, my darlings? I'm coming. Do you like my shoes, by the way? Now and then I wear heels just because I really don't want to fit in here at the street. Remember when we used to have a stage here? And I was like, good evening. I'm one of you. All the non-binary lesbians, 3 foot tall, and hi. Did you enjoy the show? They're like, yeah, I did. I'm like, cool. My life is so hard. Ladies and gentlemen, we have seen Scottish drag, Edinburgh drag explode over the last few years. And I'm so thrilled that we have more drag kings, queens, and things than ever before. So these next entertainers are 2 fabulous new drag kings on the scene. Got out of breath. I'm too emotive, too expressive. Go follow Shut Up and King if you can on Instagram. They do amazing work, led by Dorian T. Fisk, Glasgow's finest king. And I want you to once again put your gay little hands together. A little bit louder though. For Bloody Divine!
I wear women's
them once and I'm contaminated. I drank their tap water, I'm like, I'm a Tory now. No, I'm not. You know who is a Tory? This next entertainer. No. He did joke about it once, so I'm allowed to do that. It's okay. I'm not hate criming him. This isn't ableism or transphobia or one of the many things that we could do. I'm allowed to say this. I'm disabled as well. I have chronic pain, which is why I devoted my career to wearing high heels and running around in nightclubs. Makes a lot of sense. There's no better painkiller than adrenaline, honey. But a few months ago, in another moment of what the fuck is my life, I was reading tarot cards for Puppet Joint, legendary Glasgow king. Let's go, Puppet Joint. And he mentioned that he had a new drag son. And when he told me his name, the noise, flames on the side of my face, the noise that left my body, I cannot quite describe it. Ladies and gentlemen, here to tell you all about it, I give you...
Say it!
Say it!
Rue Palsy!
Is it picking me up all right?
That's perfect.
Fantastic, all right. So, Mystica's already stole my opening joke, so I'm already going to go with another one. Well, I'm just about to address the elephant in the room. I like women. No, I know what you're all thinking. That's not the real elephant in the room. It's this. I'm blind in one eye, and I've got cerebral palsy. It's fucking obvious, there's no point in hiding it. So I decided to own it, right down to the drag name, to the comedy, to every single other gig I've ever done. I even played a disabled character in Rocky Horror. So that's my wheelhouse now, but yeah, I've got Christmas jokes, so woohoo! Being disabled at Christmas is quite the experience. You get a letter through your door every single year, and you think, oh shit, because it's from the Department of Work and Pensions. And whenever you get a letter from them, every single disabled person's first thought is, shit, they're calling me for an assessment and they're going to try and take my benefits away. But it's not that. Oh no. It's a measly £10 Christmas bonus. It causes every disabled person a heart attack over the sake of £10. So, thank you, Department of Work and Pensions. That's just paid for my advent calendar. And it legitimately did this year. But there are other aspects of being disabled at Christmas. You go Christmas shopping, and when I'm walking with a cane, people get out of my way so fucking quick. There isn't enough space for me to do it here. But whenever people see a blind person, they go like this. They quite literally run away from me. And I've got one thing to tell them. You can't catch the blind. It's not contagious. It's not like I'm going to go, and suddenly you can't see. But sometimes mothers will usher their children away from me, gently guiding them away, which is great because, you know, I can't see the fuckers. So me, I can just randomly boot a child. I appreciate it, but again, you kids aren't going to catch the blind, it's all fine. But it's not all about being disabled, there are some perks. I get a free bus pass, which I affectionately call my spaz pass. Not very PC, Papa Joint does the same thing. Like, every disabled person calls it something or other. Free bus pass, great fun. I don't have to queue at theme parks. I can skip the queue at Disneyland. Saved my family so many hours. When we went to Florida, they were like, we love you. It's great fun. Dating when you're disabled can be a bit of a minefield. Since tonight's theme is decadence, I thought I'd pick it up and run with it. Tinder. Oh. Bad enough for cisgender, able-bodied people. But when you're disabled, oh boy, that's not where it ends. I've disclosed my disability to be met with a couple of different responses. By the way, I'm mostly talking about straight men. Here. She said it, not me, but you will be booing them after this, I'm telling you. But usually, sometimes I get a good response, like, okay, that's not a problem, we're all fine. Sometimes, the less you see, the better I look. You're selling yourself short, mate. Come on, do you expect me to want to hook up with you after you've said that? Or sometimes I get, oh well, that's nice. Kind of ignoring it, and I'm kind of like, cool. Sometimes I get, I feel so sorry for you. How must you live with this? And I was like, I was born this way. It's not a big deal. But that's not where it ends. Have you ever had a guy send an image description with a dick pic? Oh, that was surprisingly cathartic. But yes, sometimes when guys know about my disability, they will send a message saying, I've just sent you a picture of my throbbing cock. And I'm like, I can see that, thank you. I now want to gouge out my other eye. I'm only blind in one eye, by the way. I don't know if I said, but sometimes I wish I was blind in both. I'm going to have to deal with that. And if they ask me, sometimes if they ask me like, what do you think? I just say I can't see. Who am I to crush a guy's dreams and say that I have more fun with stuff from Ann Summers than I could possibly ever have with that? But it's great. It's awesome. Like, I discovered sex toys at 18 and I never went back. Like, I've not been single since then. I'm not that ugly, but yeah, they do help when you're disabled. You can't do all the fine motor skill stuff that most people do. Wink, wink. So, helps a lot. But I had one instance that almost put me off sex toys for life. And Mystica has heard this story a couple of times. Anyway, I was having some alone time with my dorm. In my dorm, as people do. I'm sure you can catch the drift of what I'm getting at. I'm quite enjoying myself. My Catholic flatmate is next door, so I'm feeling unusually guilty. Honestly, the guilt just radiated out of her. It was fantastic. So anyway, I'm quite enjoying myself. It's all going quite well, until I hear a sharp snap. My love egg vibrator, the string is broken, and it's still inside. And I swear to God, it's the one time I prayed to the same God that she does. My soul left my fucking body, shot up to heaven like, fucking hell, do something! Came back down, and I was eventually fine, but it aged me 10 years. And that's quite a lot when you've got cerebral palsy. Give us a cheer for cerebral palsy! You say cunts, it doesn't But anyway, I'm lying on my bed, yanking, trying to get this fucking thing out of my body. And, well, it's still easier than sex with a guy. Let's be honest, still easier, still more fun, and at least you get to come. But anyway, I'm yanking, trying to get this thing out of my body. Eventually, it works, but the entire time, my mum is a doctor, and she's filled me full of horror stories, like, up to the wazoo. And she had to assist in a surgery to remove plaster of Paris from a guy's asshole, because he pulled it in, and the entire time I'm thinking about this poor man, and it's not what you want to be thinking. Because I have an ingrained fear of being that person in A&E. Like, so I was like, okay, I'm never going to A&E, even if it never comes out. and even then, well, the thing is, I'm still the cripple in A&E, so I still stand out. Like, I don't need to be in there for weird shit. I still stand out anyway. But yeah, I got it out eventually. But as I said, it was not fun. But having, disabled people have sex, and it's often something you don't see in the media. Like, it's all able-bodied people. And unless it's somebody's fetish, you just don't see it, which I think is kind of sad, because we're not, like, we're normal people, we do normal things, and even if it goes wrong sometimes, as I just said, we still do have sex, and, people don't really realise this. Like, we do have sexualities, and we are queer, we are straight. We still have, some of us are kinky as fuck. Like some of the kinkiest partners I've ever had have had disabilities. So that's a story for another day. Several other days. But yes, the thing is with having spasms, I have a lot. I've got cerebral palsy. But it looks like something it's not. It's really confusing for people. And I've had more than one guy think they've rocked my world. And I have to break their heart by telling them, well, they ask me, did you come? Did you have a good night? And I'm like, I'm sorry, darling, it's just a spasm. Girls have the appropriate response, but boys, they act like you've ripped their balls off, kicked them in what's left, and murdered their mum. Whereas girls are just like, okay, we'll do some more stuff. Let's chill. But yeah, cis men. But yes, even off Tinder, it's not great. But yes, most of my partners have been queer. Yes, my dating life is good fun, but with the festive period coming up, I'm going to be the only single person at my family gathering. Aww. Fantastic, woohoo. So if anybody wants to come with me, if anybody wants to buy me a drink, I am available. So, or if not, after that. But anyway, handing back to Miska. I've really enjoyed myself tonight. So.
We love to fucking see it, don't we? Oh, Rude pause, everybody! Oh. If you laughed at any of that, as he said, you're a sick fuck. This is a queer space. We have to be entirely politically correct here. You fucking faggots. Okay.
Say it again.
Not to you. Because then that's transphobia, and that's one line we will not cross. Give it up for the one and the only Sansa Stockers!
Your MBA from Penn, amen. That is such a good school, Hanukkah, honey. So come and light my candle tonight. Hanukkah, honey, at the JCC you play basketball, so tall. You must be 5'8", Hanukkah, honey. So come and flip my latkes tonight. I know why you're such a tease. It's 'cause your last 3 girlfriends were Japanese. I'm exotic too. I've been to Palm Beach. Oh, by the way, I think our parents have mutual friends. The Shachters, do you know them? Hanukkah, honey, you make puns just like my dad. So rad. You say challah like challah. Hanukkah, honey, so come and spin my dreidel. You may think I'm stuffy 'cause I work in finance, but my bat mitzvah theme was dance. Let me make all your dreams come true. Oh, by the way, you went to camp with my friend's step cousin. Small world. Hanukkah, honey, can you hear those wedding bells? LOL. But seriously, do you want kids? Hanukkah, honey, so come kiss my mezuzah tonight. College acapella group. Come and bless my challah tonight. I'd love to hear your version of Who Let the Dogs Out. Mezuzah is the name for my clit.
Sansa Stockers! Oh, that was wonderful. Weren't they all wonderful, ladies and gentlemen? That's great, that's great. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye now. Goodbye. This is my show! Oh, give it up for them, give it up for them. Hang on. And now, my darlings, I need to betray my role as the pinnacle of avant-garde underground queer art in Scotland. And will now perform, to continue the festive spirit of things, the ultimate #1 Christmas hit song for the last 30 years or something like that? What do you think it is? Everybody say it. Oh, I went to a show where they were performing the other day, and I was just like on top of this balcony going, faggot, 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 faggot. I don't know the words, faggot, faggot. It's great. I feel very represented by myself, yeah. But yeah, you're right. It's Mariah. Hit it! Fascist nightmare, because woo! And it is truly wonderful how the United Kingdom, Great Britain, continues to honor its past with empty symbolism and tougher and tougher ways of cracking down on disagreement and protest and the like. I love living in a country where they're trying to make protest illegal. It's so nice and cool and fun. And here to remind us of our rich, glorious history is the only trans-masculine drag queen in Edinburgh. And yes, she did slip me £20 to say that. Ooh, ego. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to put your hands and vocal cords together for Man Bully!
shine. But it wasn't a match. Wrote some songs about Ricky. Now I listen and laugh. Even almost got married. And for Pete, I'm so thankful. Wish I could say thank you to Malcolm, 'cause he was an angel. One taught me love. One taught me patience. One taught me pain. Now I'm so amazing. I've loved and I've lost. But that's not what I see. So look what I've done. Look what you taught me. And for that I say thank you.
superstar, an international award-winning artiste. Let me get my other drink real quick. It's really important to stay hydrated. I give you the one, the only, Tom Holland! The future seems uncertain right now. Are we going to be continuing with shows? Will lockdown come back? Will Miss Delta Omicron now come back? I don't know. Who fucking knows? But we're here now, and we've survived thus far. So I know we will continue to survive, no matter what the situation becomes. So, shall we have one last dance? All together.
Desperately seeking someone willing to travel. You're lost in conversation.